Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A meeting of spiritualists. The time during which a school holds classes. A meeting devoted to a particular activity. A filming session. A meeting for execution of a group's functions. It was the opening session of the legislature. A meeting of spiritualists. The seance was held in the medium's parlor. A meeting of spiritualists. Photography. The act of assuming a certain position, as for a photograph or portrait. He wanted his portrait painted but couldn't spare time for the sitting. Of persons, having the torso erect and legs bent with the body supported on the buttocks. A session as of a legislature or court. Not moving and therefore easy to attack. A sitting target. The act of assuming or maintaining a seated position. He read the mystery at one sitting. The time during which a school holds classes. The time during which a school holds classes. The time during which a school holds classes. They had to shorten the school term. Become part of. Become a member of a group or organization. Get people together. Get together all those who are interested in the project. Work together on a common enterprise of project. The soprano and the pianist did not get together very well. Get together socially or for a specific purpose. A small informal social gathering. The social act of assembling for some common purpose. His meeting with the salesman was the high point of his day. The act of joining together as one. There was no meeting of minds. A formally arranged gathering. Next year the meeting will be in Chicago. A place where things merge or flow together, especially rivers. A casual or unexpected convergence. He still remembers their meeting in Paris. A small informal social gathering. There was an informal meeting in my living room. The end of gestation or point at which birth is imminent. A healthy baby born at full term. Architecture. A statue or a human bust or an animal carved out of the top of a square pillar. Originally used as a boundary marker in ancient Rome. Usually plural. A statement of what is required as part of an agreement. The terms of the treaty were generous. A limited period of time. A prison term. Any distinct quantity contained in a polynomial. The general term of an algebraic equation of the nth degree. A word or expression used for some particular thing. He learned many medical terms. Name formally or designate with a term. One of the substantive phrases in a logical proposition. The major term of a syllogism must occur twice. The social act of assembling for some common purpose. The lovers met discreetly for the purposes of sexual congress. The legislature of the United States government. A meeting of elected or appointed representatives. A national legislative assembly. The social act of assembling for some common purpose. The act of joining together as one. An association of sports teams that organizes matches for its members. A discussion among participants who have an agreed, serious topic. A prearranged meeting for consultation or exchange of information or discussion, especially one with a formal agenda. A discussion among participants who have an agreed, serious topic. An academic session during the summer, usually for remedial or supplementary study. Half a year, a period of 6 months. One of 2 divisions of an academic year. Pull. A person, apart with 4 horses tied to his extremities, so as to execute him. In the old days, people were drawn and quartered for certain crimes. One of 4 equal parts. A quarter of a pound. The rear part of a ship. Provide housing for military personnel. A district of a city having some distinguishing character. A fourth part of a year, 3 months. Unemployment fell during the last quarter. An unspecified person. He dropped a word in the right quarter. A quarter of a hundredweight, 25 pounds. A quarter of a hundredweight, 28 pounds. A United States or Canadian coin worth 1/4 of a dollar. He fed 4 quarters into the slot machine. A unit of time equal to 15 minutes or a quarter of an hour. It's a quarter till 4. Clemency or mercy shown to a defeated opponent. He surrendered but asked for quarter. Divide by 4. Divide into quarters. Divide into quarters. Quarter an apple. Football, professional basketball, one of 4 divisions into which some games are divided. Both teams scored in the first quarter. One of 4 periods into which the school year is divided. The fall quarter ends at Christmas. One of the 4 major division of the compass. The wind is coming from that quarter. Piece of leather that comprises the part of a shoe or boot covering the heel and joining the vamp. A period of 3 months, especially one of the 3 3-month periods into which human pregnancy is divided. One of 3 divisions of an academic year. A regularly scheduled session as part of a course of study. A regularly scheduled session as part of a course of study. A regularly scheduled session as part of a course of study. Systematic training by multiple repetitions. A public instance of reciting or repeating, from memory, something prepared in advance. The program included songs and recitations of well-loved poems. Written matter that is recited from memory. Teaching strategy to an athletic team. A session, as of executives or advisors, to discuss policy or strategy or to solve problems or exchange ideas. A session that is held in addition to the regular sessions. A session, usually of a legislative body, that is closed to the public. A session, usually of a legislative body, that is closed to the public. The act of hearing attentively. They make good music, you should give them a hearing. An opportunity to state your case and be heard. They condemned him without a hearing. The ability to hear, the auditory faculty. His hearing was impaired. The range within which a voice can be heard. Able to perceive sound. A session, of a committee or grand jury, in which witnesses are called and testimony is taken. The investigative committee will hold hearings in Chicago. Law. A proceeding, usually by a court, where evidence is taken for the purpose of determining an issue of fact and reaching a decision based on that evidence. A session of intensive tuition given by a tutor to an individual or to a small number of students. Of or relating to tutors or tutoring. Tutorial sessions. A healthcare facility for outpatient care. A medical establishment run by a group of medical specialists. Meeting for diagnosis of problems in instruction or remedial work in a particular activity. The period of time each year when the school is open and people are studying. The period of time each year when the school is open and people are studying. Alleged form of communication with spirits of the dead. Manipulation of a table during a seance, attributed to spirits.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.